Hello, welcome to the channel, Setting the Stage. Today's video is called The Illuminati Symbolism. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe. And in today's video, we're going to be briefly looking at Illuminati symbolism, and we'll start with the all-seeing eye. And we've seen these top 4 images in the Illuminati history video. And on the left, we see George Washington in his Freemasonic regalia with the all-seeing eye on his apron. Next to that, we see Freemasonic symbolism with the all-seeing eye at the top. Next to that, we see the French Constitution with the all-seeing eye at the top. And then next to that, on the far right, we see the back of the US dollar bill, the all-seeing eye there. And an interesting thing to note about these symbols is we know the connections between Freemasonry and the Illuminati. We know the Illuminati involvement in the French Revolution and starting that. And then we know the Illuminati connections to the Rothschilds and their connections to the Federal Reserve and central banking. So a string of connections with all these symbols. And then below that, we see the Fraternal Order of Police logo. And it has Freemasonic symbolism in there. The all-seeing eye, the Masonic tiled floor, the Freemasonic secret handshake. And this just goes as an example showing the connections between the Illuminati and the police and military of the US and around the world. Next to that, in the middle, we see the Information Awareness Office. This was started out of DARPA following 9/11. And it has the all-seeing eye surveilling the globe. Very ominous. And then next to that, we see the UK MI5 intelligence logo with the all-seeing eye at the top of the pyramid. And these are just some examples of many examples of government logos that contain Freemasonic symbolism. Here we see various celebrities and media companies doing the all-seeing eye hand symbolism and in their logo. And we'll take a look at these symbols more in depth in the Illuminati and mainstream video. Sun and light, as we saw in the Illuminati and Satanism video, that light is a Luciferian symbol, and we see how this light is used in the Freemasonic all-seeing eye symbol, the light rays behind the eye. And the all-seeing eye represents the enlightened mind of man, or the awakened third eye. And in Luciferianism, light is a symbol for knowledge, and the all-seeing eye, with the light behind it, represents the mind that has realized it is the divine itself. And that's what that symbol means. And we see other examples of Luciferian symbolism. In the top on the right, we see Lucifer depicted as an angel capturing the light behind him and pouring it down towards humanity. We see a newspaper from the turn of the century that was entitled Lucifer the Light Bearer. We see that the Baphomet has a torch, and that light symbolism in the Baphomet is Luciferian. We see the Statue of Liberty has the torch, and it was designed by a Freemason. Another example of Luciferian symbolism is the 7 rays coming around the head, 7 representing the divinity, because God rested from his creation on the 7th day, so it's the sign of completion for divinity. And we see also that it represents, as it is light, it represents enlightenment around the head of the Statue of Liberty. So this is Luciferian symbolism, since in Luciferianism, the idea is to obtain knowledge to become divine. So we see these knowledge and divinity symbols around the head there. Also, the Statue of Liberty is supposed to be based on Sol Invictus, an ancient solar deity. And as I said, it was designed and dedicated by Freemasons. The goat is a satanic symbol, since in Matthew 25 it says, when the Son of Man comes, he will sit on the throne and all the nations will be gathered will be gathered before him, and he will separate them one from another as a shepherd divides the sheep from the goats. And he will set the sheep on his right hand and the goats on his left. And he will say to those on his left, "Depart from me, you cursed, into the everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels." So the goat shows their affiliation with the condemned. And so that is why it's satanic. And here the Baphomet not only has the torch light symbol, Luciferian symbolism, the goat symbolism, reinforcing its satanic symbolism. And then we see the upside down pentagram can have a goat's head inside it, and that enforces its satanic symbolism. We also see the Freemasons using goat symbolism, as well as you hear often now in sports, the goat, the greatest of all time. So veneration of the goat that way. The pentagram is an Illuminati symbolism because it's a Freemasonic symbol. And we know the connections with the Illuminati and Freemasons. And we see an upside down pentagram designed into the streets of Washington with the bottom point pointing at the White House. We still see the military run out of a Pentagon building, the middle part of a pentagram. And their award, the Medal of Honor, is an upside down pentagram. And again, we saw how this upside down pentagram is Freemasonic as well as satanic. And then we see inside the Republican logo 3 upside down pentagrams. And that's interesting because the Republican Party is generally considered to represent the Christians, and they're using satanic symbolism in their logo. And also, an upright pentagram is also a Freemasonic symbolism used in Hermeticism. And we see how ubiquitous the upright 5-pointed star is in government logos and flags. The 666 symbolism comes from Revelation 13. And we see the 666 symbol used by various companies and media. The most prominent example of the 666 symbol comes from the UPC code. The UPC code uses, or the barcode uses, a 666 to identify when to read a ID number. And the double bars on the outside, middle, and other outside is a 666, and when the machine reads that, it knows it's ready to read an ID number. So with this, we could see how everyone could get a 666 ID number. And then other examples, Google Chrome uses a hidden 666. CERN has a hidden 666 in its symbol. Disney has a hidden 666 in his signature. Fox, the news agency that is the Republican Party backed news source, uses an uncapped pyramid and a hidden 666 in their symbolism. And interestingly, we see Monster Energy uses 3 Hebrew numerals for the number 6 to make their M in their logo. So that's a 666, and they say "Unleash the Beast," an allusion to the mark of the beast. Then we see various celebrities using 666 hand symbolism, often in combination with all-seeing eye symbolism. And we go over this again in the Illuminati and mainstream media video in more detail. The number 33 is a satanic number, and that's because when Satan was cast out of heaven, he was thrown out with a third of the angels, and we see that in Revelation 12, and a third calculates to a 33 repeating. Also, Christ is traditionally understood to have been crucified at the age of 33, so that is the basis for the Satanism of the number 33. We see Albert Pike, a prominent Freemason, with the number 33 on his Freemasonic regalia. We see the Freemasonic Phoenix symbol with the number 33, using order out of chaos. And we've talked about order out of chaos and building the global government, mostly in the Illuminati and Satanism video, as well as the Illuminati and New World Order video. And we see a hidden 33 over the UN, the globe on the UN flag. Lightning symbolism, and that's a satanic symbol, since Jesus said in Luke 10:18, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. And we see the Church of Satan using this symbolism in their logo, as well as, again, various artists and things like that. And we see this symbol again covered in detail in the Illuminati and mainstream media video. The pyramid has a hidden 666. Each angle is 60 degrees. And we see how this symbol is used by Freemasonic symbolism, as well as the Church of Satan and celebrities, as well as media companies and government agencies. And again, we cover this video and this symbol in more detail in the Illuminati and mainstream video. The Masonic floor, we see this, some examples of this. And here we see a double symbolism in the Walt Disney Club 33, the number 33, the satanic Freemasonic symbolism in conjunction with the Freemasonic flooring that they use. So multiple symbols to show its Freemasonic basis. And then the devil's horns. We see at the top Anton LaVey from the Church of Satan, as well as how various musicians use this symbol and presidents. And obviously we can see how this would be a satanic symbol. Okay, if you've liked this presentation, please look forward to future videos in this series. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.